Hello, beauties. Welcome to Moms Unboxed, a podcast where I unbox with you the how-tos, tips, and tricks to empower women to upgrade relationships, intimacy, and parenting. I'm your host, Melanie Caroline, a multi-dimensional woman, life coach, lover, and mom who's made a lot of fucking mistakes. If you want to live a sensual and liberated life, you've come to the right space. Don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed because you don't want to miss an episode. Happy hump day, y'all. Your favorite day of the week. Welcome to Moms Unboxed. What are we unboxing today? Today, because it's the first episode, I thought I'd just chat with y'all about my life a little bit and give you an idea of who I am, where I come from, and what I'm about. So let's get started. So as y'all know, my name is Melanie Caroline. I am in my 30s, a mom of three who's also going through a divorce, while also learning to open her heart. And learning to open the heart after being so heartbroken has not been an easy feat. Let me tell y'all, my healing journey started around, 6 or 7 years ago, and I was in a really terrible relationship. And I felt like it was my responsibility to heal this person, to make sure this person was going to get up for work the next day, to make sure this person was just like taken care of in general. And it pulled me away from my family and my friends, and it really pulled me away from myself. And there came a point in time in this relationship where I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I didn't recognize myself. I had lost so much weight. I was sad all the time. I was not happy at all. When they say misery loves company, I really understood the definition of that on a very visceral level. I was fucking miserable, y'all. I don't know. You mamas, let me know at I am Melanie Caroline. Have you been in a relationship where you were just so miserable, like nothing was going to pull you out of it until you hit rock bottom? And I sure did hit rock bottom. And rock bottom was basically at that point where, like I said, I didn't even recognize myself anymore. And I knew that I had to make a different choice or I was going to lose everything in my life. And that rock bottom is when I started my healing journey. And I began to meditate and involve myself in meditation groups like meditation-based stress relief. I got into mind-body medicine, was just trying anything and everything to get back in touch with myself and to understand who I was, because I knew that once I gained the strength to leave this person, that I wouldn't be going back. But I had been like essentially beaten down so much emotionally that I didn't have any strength to leave the relationship. So it was when I started meditating and focusing on myself that I was like, yes, I can leave this person. I deserve way better than this person. And I did, after several attempts, mind you. Okay, so sometimes it'd be like that, where you leave a person, and then you go back, and then you leave them, and then you go back. I think some of us mamas understand that yo-yo effect, And so when I gained the strength, when I gained the courage and the bravery, I was able to leave this person for good and not talk to him ever again. And of course, there's a lot of steps in between that. But I just continued healing and growing. I saw the benefits of doing somatic work, to doing journaling, to doing meditation, to really allowing myself to express and heal and move through that. It's not easy, y'all, but it is the most beneficial thing that you'll ever do for yourself. I truly believe in its power. I truly believe in energy work and healing. And I learned a lot of lessons through this journey. And that's why I want to start the podcast, is because I really want to share with you the lessons that I learned within my life and the wisdom. I want to share that with you all. And some of the things that I'm going to say on the show, you might not resonate with, you might not agree with, and that's okay. I think one of my goals here is to help y'all contemplate life, to help you think a little bit more, to help you think outside the box, and that's why I want to share with you my stories. Not only that, but I want you to share your stories with me. So every week I'll be announcing okay, what are we talking about next week? And I want to hear what y'all have to say. So this is a very interactive podcast. That's what I'm envisioning for this podcast, is that it be interactive. It help us women as a collective come together and hear different views and perspectives. And like I say in my trailer, there is no TMI. For me, I'm a fairly open book, y'all. I have stories on living a ethical, non-monogamous life. I have stories about living a polyamorous life, being in toxic relationships, going through trauma, loss, grief, joy, now learning what it is really like to live a liberated and sensual life. And I really see the world differently after going through so many of the experiences that I've gone through. And as a 3-5 projector, I have so many more lessons that I'm sure I will learn within living this life that I'm living. And, I hope y'all follow me for the journey. And as a certified health and life coach, one of the other goals that I have for this podcast is, if you hit me up at I am Melanie Caroline, if you have a question about a relationship or healing or even parenting, hit me up. Mind you, I am not a therapist. I want to say that now on the pod. I am not a therapist. I am simply a mom who has a shit ton of training and life experience and was a professional advocate within her 10-year career with the state. So that is that. I'm going to keep this short. I don't know. I feel like I'm complete with episode 1. Please continue to follow me. Hit that follow button so you can get the how-tos, tips, and tricks to up-level your relationships, intimacy, and parenting. Let's help support each other. Okay. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Caroline. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. I'll be chatting with you next Wednesday for another episode. Until the next time, sunshine.